So this is one of the first objects you see, a very powerful object in the exhibition, EVEWRIGHT, Libation.
This is the most powerful object in the whole exhibition. It's not even the crown itself, it's actually the teapot that sits within the crown. Because that teapot signifies the power structure that governs us all. You know, the royalty, the establishment, the elites. It's really what this whole exhibition is about. It kind of encompasses all my ideas in that one little teapot.
You referred to it before as a bear trap. Can you describe that metaphor?
I made this at a time of a lot of riots. You know, Mark Duggan was killed by police, and it got everyone in the society questioning about the power structures that govern us. It's got all the things on it. So if you look at it, you've got Nike, Chanel on it, people before dollars, you've got banks. These are almost establishment corporations that almost they control us in lots of senses. You know, you don't feel they are, but they are. They're just as powerful as governments in a sense. As an artist, I cannot stand by as all this political upheaval happens around me without reacting. I have to react. I look up at what I feel is oppressing me. It's not necessarily a physical presence of something above me, but it's a sense of not being able to go as far as I want to go. This oppression, it's always invisible. And the way I articulate that is sort of questioning the whole infrastructure of how we're governed, the infrastructure of the monetary system, and where did that come from, and how did that affect my ancestral background. Is another reactionary crown. It was produced around about the same time, but also I'm using different materials. I'm using clay, I'm using lead, I'm using stoneware, the way it's fired. It's heavy. You know, the piece is supposed to be heavy. It's supposed to look heavy because the issues are very heavy. The issues about power, you know, it weighs on us. When it comes down to these tussles of power versus people, the people normally lose.
So when you actually started to make the series, did you know in your mind that you were going to play with different materials, or was it more of experimentation?
It's always experimentation with me. I don't distinguish between mediums. I love to just play between different mediums, film, clay, sculpture. Every medium seems to have its own secrets, and it's up to every artist to try and find the answer, trying to unlock the inert power of that medium. So I could have done this out of paper, but it wouldn't have behaved the same way on the plinth. And the fact that the way you've exhibited it, George, it's really nice because you can look down on it, because this whole exhibition is about that, looking through the floor, looking down at the ancestors. For me, beauty comes after the thought process. It's not the goal of the work. Some of the moments in walking drawings, people say, how did you plan it? I said, I didn't plan it. It's the way the elements arrived when I arrived. And whether they're spiritual elements, whether they're just been lucky with the weather, however you want to place it in your mind, they arrived at the same time I did, and it created a moment. I, as an artist, all I can dream about is that happens. It arrives when it arrives. This show is, I think it's
An arrival.
It's arrival. Yeah, it is. And it is essentially arrival of a lot of these works. A lot of people see bits of my work and they think they know what I'm about. But I think when they come to Libation, they really get the sense of what I'm about.